Fighting out of the blue corner, Donald Gonzales. In the 140-pound division, David Balicao.
Donald Gonzales, from Young Gonzaluta from the Big Island. Both guys known as good stand-up guys, especially Balicao. He's got a killer little sidekick he uses. Very, very lightning with his hands as well. Should be interesting.
So again, if you're joining us, we're here at X1's at the Blaisdell Arena, Honolulu, Hawaii. X1 World Events Battlegrounds, our third preliminary match of the night. It's got some great fights coming up. Unbelievable. Some fighters that took some leave and they're back in the ring. This is, of course, in our 140-pound division, XMA match.
Basically stand-up kickboxing with the small gloves. Makes it a lot more exciting, especially these guys are real powerful punchers and kickers.
This is a kind of a match you almost love to watch because it's a lot of striking, a lot of kicking.
Kind of guarantees action, you know. Two great stand-up guys, small gloves.
And what's it like training? Of course, regular kickboxing. These guys are kickboxers, of course, training with regular kickboxing gloves, and now they have the, of course, the MMA gloves.
I think it makes a huge difference because some guys are real good at using the gloves, which is a lot bigger as their defensive mode. So without the big gloves there, it's a lot harder for them to be a little more defensive. You know, they have to rely more on their bobbing, their weaving, their movement, whereas, you know, they can kind of stand there and use those gloves for additional protection, or area protection. It's kind of interesting that Balicao's not the aggressor. Gonzales is kind of pushing the fight here because usually in his fights, Balicao is definitely an aggressor. He kind of usually pushes the fight. Oh, nice left hand there.
Definitely a fight you love to watch, man. All striking, all kicking.
Balicao uses a lot of outside positioning too, like wide hooks from the outside, his kick, and looks like Gonzales is doing a good job at stopping that little side kick that usually Balicao sets his whole game up with.
Now, of course, we've seen now with the big onslaught of MMA, a lot of kickboxers going into the MMA arena.
Yeah, this is definitely like a way of kind of bringing themselves in, two legitimate, solid kickboxers with MMA. Here's that little low blow we just experienced here. Let's see what happens here. I don't really see it.
Got the toenail. Got, you know.
Maybe all it takes is a graze, no?
Any part of that cup that you hit.
Maybe he thought about hitting it. That's all it takes.
There was that gap between the actual pain and the brain, and it's like, yep, you know, it was close enough.
It could have been up to like 10 seconds ago, and it just kind of kicked in.
Close enough to hurt. Close enough to hurt.
And normally, if you get kicked in the nuts and the jewels, the referee see that usually referee is unless it's like a blatant where he's not gonna, you know, he doesn't see anything, he's gonna give the fighter a chance to recover up to 5 minutes.
Now, how many times, of course, you talked about blatantly and then, you know, you don't do it on purpose, but how many times would he have to get a groin shot to minus points?
It all depends on the referee's discretion.
Okay.
So if it looks like legitimate, then obviously it may come after the first one, you know? But like a little graze, that might have been it right there. I don't know, let's see. That was one kick. That was kind of like in that area. No, that must have been on it. Both guys measuring themselves.
Two fighters obviously know each other. I mean, as far as styles, and you could just see, you know, like you said earlier, kind of hesitant. He's usually the aggressor.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of interesting to see. Gonzales is kind of looks like a straightforward, more traditional kickboxer. Balicao is a kind of a more traditional martial arts type of background in his style. He does a lot of side kicks, you know, punches from outside, but an excellent kickboxer. And he kind of throws guys off with that outside style because it's difficult to kind of come in when you're always like looking for you can get hit with those hooks from the outside.
Getting into our second round, our third preliminary match of the night for the X1 World Events Battlegrounds. This is an XMA match, which consists, of course, like you said, Chris, of a lot of striking, kicking, Here
we go. Looks like Gonzales is going to push the fight right here. Oh, nice. Right hand. So Balicao's kind of picking his punches too.
Oh.
Nice.
Just missed.
Put everything in that one. Exchanged. That definitely looked like a cleaner kick to the nuts right there. Nice left hand there by Balicao. Both fighters going to measure himself. Gonzales kind of switching his stance as well. Oh, nice flying knee right there. Not sure if Gonzales kind of gassed himself out a little bit. He's kind of slowing down, or is Balicao's now starting to be more aggressive.
Mouth open a little bit. Nostrils getting bigger. So X1 World Events giving us a great lineup coming up soon, and as we get into the battlegrounds for our third preliminary match, these guys going to have some great preliminary matches so far.
Yep, definitely well matched, good action. But these MMA matches are definitely like a crowd pleaser, especially guys as talented as these two. So accurate punching by Balicao.
Again, scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds for this XMA match. Oh, nice.
The favor.
These guys almost, I mean, the accuracy. These guys, it looks as though they're just wailing, but they know where they're throwing. They know where they want to throw. We gotta love it. You guys keeping Hawaii fans and the world fans updated on mixed martial arts, especially out of Hawaii. Onzuka.com.
We're looking at we had a lot of hits and a lot of guys kind of rely on us coming over here. So definitely cover all the events, make sure everybody's updated, notify everybody to make sure that we try to get as much guys to these events. We can. Nice exchange by both
These
fighters
guys,
here.
they know it's the third round.
Yep. These guys are trying to measure. Both guys excellent, finding their position, finding their measurement.
2 rounds of measuring each other up, and it's all striking and kicking from here.
Yep.
And just the accuracy. I mean, these guys, like that. Of course, it's a miss, but he knows where he's going. He knows what he wants to do. Great to watch kickboxers and slowly move into the MMA world.
Nice little right leg kick there. Usually with the orthodox versus southpaw, the straight punches are the ones that kind of count, And Balicao's real good as straight left. Gonzales needs to keep his left foot outside and keep throwing that straight right, but not really doing that too much here. Oh, nice little running man punch, but Balicao answers with a left hand to the head. Balicao looks like a little more confident staying in there.
Coming down to the last few seconds, third round. 3 2-minute rounds. These guys going at it.
Nice movement by Balicao there.
And that takes us to our final preliminary match, X1 World Events, the Battlegrounds 4 right here at Honolulu, Hawaii, Blaisdell Arena. We're going to go ahead and find out who took this match.
They're both guys exchanging here, both trying to find their range. Nothing really landing too much. Oh, nice Gonzales left and right hand. So Gonzales got the better of that exchange.
Taking us home, fighting out of the blue corner, David Balicao.